but it's moving so slow. But now you can tell that this is really awesome. You can see. Alright, so here we are in SolidWorks. Let's create these gears. So let me start with a new. It's gonna be an assembly. We're gonna start in this part here, and so it's gonna be brand new. And this is what we're gonna do. Um, let's create. Let's close this, and so let's go here to the library, and let's go to toolbox, and let's go to matrix and power transmission. That will do. So we are here in gears. We're gonna be using spur gear, this one here. So let's bring that guy, let's drag it here somewhere, and it is right there. Oops, what happened? There we go. I was kind of playing around with this, so you end up being with the right module to the number of teeth. That's going to be 36. This is the large gear because we're going to make a combine. So we're going to combine two gears. This one would be sort of the large gear, and then we're going to have a second one that is going to be a 12. So for a ratio of 3, that would be the multiplication factor. So that's okay. 236. What else we got here? The face width is 10 to 10 because we're gonna move something that is not that don't need that much torque. So it don't have to be that thick. So, and nominal shaft diameter 10. That will do. No key for now. That's okay. Number of teeth 36. Anything else that I need to worry about? Looks good to me. The only big issue that you want to be careful here is what's the pitch size eventually, and we're going to determine that later on. But at this point, this looks good. So let's say okay, and I'm not going to install one anymore. So let's quit from there, and let's see. I want to align these with my front plane. So I will say, one thing that I will say is, let's get this, actually, let me get this guy on a flow consideration. So now it's floating. It can be moved anywhere that I want. But I want to have that tied up with my front plane. It's supposed here. And now keep the control key on, so when you release it you can see that is right there. There we go. I got that. So now it's front plane. Let's see. Excellent. That's look good. So that's good enough. It's right there. It's where I want it. Front plane. Good. So we're gonna put another gear here, but that will be later on. Let's save this guy. We're gonna save that guy as a part. Let's save as a regular, not as an assembler, but as a part for SolidWorks. So it's going to be a SolidWorks part, and we're going to change the name here. It's going to be this gear with 36 teeth, and that will do. So let's save that on your folder, as you have many parts that you might have. And now let's bring, I'm still here, so we're gonna do a new part. So what we're gonna do now is let's bring a small one, and we're gonna save it with a new name, which is the compound gear, and that will do. Let's do the compound gear now. So we go back again to our library, and get the spur gear. Okay, so now I'm here. I haven't changed anything. It's just that this machine, remember, if you do something in the past, they still have it, like it knows that I need to do a small one now, That's good enough. Now the module is the same as the last one. That's perfect. Now the number of teeth, that's not good. That should be 12. We want a ratio of 3. Now the pressure angle 20 will stay. The face width, we're gonna make a 10 as well. And let's see, the nominal shaft diameter, we're gonna make it the same size as this one. So I want to make only one shaft, so that has to be about 10. Sorry for that, 9. It's gonna be 10. Where we are right here, it's gonna be 10. There we go. And anything else, let's see, looks good to me. So we got that. Perfect. Nope. Now the question is, this is where this is both are floating, no problem. Let's see, front plane, want to see how this looks like. Oh, perfect. You align it from, they are well aligned, so that's look good. Now this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna align gonna be this part here. Now we're gonna make with this one here, and we're gonna do that they are coincident. But now the important aspect of this is that this part here, we want that to be, now keep pressing your control key now to pick this. You need to pick that one, and then that will make concentric, and there we go. And there you have your combined, and this is going to be saved as a part. So this is the combined gears. Okay, let's save that as combined. Save as. I gotta go back here and save it as parts. Where they are. Here. Part. Save. Excellent. Now we have both things. The important aspect now is that when I will do now the assembling, but before doing that, now that I have the two parts, so what we're gonna do is start brand new, and we're gonna bring those parts. But before, I can do some kind of a, well, I can do some, perhaps, for example, I don't like the key formation for this software, because when you bring a gear, it only has, like, for example, let's bring one gear here very quick. So what I don't like about this gear is that, for example, after you make the nominal shaft, let's say 10 again, but the way that it does the key, like, for example, you can have one, and obviously it will be too big for this shaft nomination that I have. This should be 12 just to make it more decent. There we go. 1 square. How about this 2 square? When I use it, let's see, so that this can face width, actually let me get the face width was 10, so just to have this clear, 12. Now 1 square, I want 2 square. There we go. They are at 90 degrees. I don't like that 90 degrees. I like one here and the other back here. So that's why I can do at least one, but I'd rather not. I'd rather do it at, at the Solidworks part piece of this software, instead of trying to do all this in the assembly line. So let's say I don't want any of that. And now what I want to do is very quickly do a new here. It's going to be a new, and let's say that it's a new assembly, and there we go. Let's close this, and the next things that we're going to do, we're going to work on front plane, and we're going to do sketch. Now before doing anything else, let me stop here for 1 second. All right, so we need, before start to work with gear, you need to do a little bit of math. Actually, better than do a little bit of math, just get like a a website that do all this trick for you. And I like this spur gear generator. And basically, is this: you have a large gear and a small one, so you want to make this to couple or mingle the proper way. So the best way to do that is, like, for example, let's say that I want a ratio of 3, meaning that the large gear will be 36, the second gear will be 12. Up to there we are okay. Now the next thing, what is the module? We're going to use a module of 2, very important. And pressure angle 20, sounds good to me. Profile shift, that will be there. Clearance, I will leave it there. Center hole, I don't care about this, because basically what I do really care is about this pitch cycle diameter. That's what I really want. So it will be easily calculated by here. You can calculate by hand, but what the heck, you can calculate here even better. So let's say I got everything 36 on the large, 12 on the small. It's going to be a module, it's going to be 2, the pressure 20. We're going to stay there, nothing here. Gear center hole, you want to put a number, just okay. You can put 10 if you want, so it looks better, because this can do also STL files. So you can, from here you can go to STL as well. So let's calculate, update. When the update is done, you can see now that I have the pitch cycle diameter is 72. Pitch cycle diameter, the outer cycle diameter is 76, and outer cycle is 28, but the inner cycle is 24. These pitch cycle are the ones that are very important, because they are the one that will make these mingle with this one. So let's do that with this size. So the circle diameter, what I need, pitch circle diameter and the outer diameter. Let's use so I need 76 and 28. We're going to create 2 circles so that they mingle properly. With that information, then we go to Solidworks, and we are right here. Actually, if not, let me get out of here for a second. We go back again, so we go here and we go from plane and do a sketch, and now we need 2 circles. So we need 1 circle there. We're gonna put another one somewhere here, and this is the story. Let's see. The story is that this one, according to the website, that need to be 76 and 28, and the distance between those center will have to be, and this is important, 48 for the proper mingle of the 2 shafts. So you got all that calculation right there on this website, so that's perfect for me, good enough. So I'm here, so let's go back, and this was actually, I think I found some screw that was 24, 28. Let me see. So 76 and 28. Now the distance, I want this guy, actually if this work, if I'm using the right dimension, I want this, well, let me get out of here. I want this guy and this guy to touch each other. So that means tangent. And now let's figure it out. What is the distance here? If the distance is not 48, then I'm using the wrong dimension. Let's see what we got. Aha, 52. That's the wrong one. Meaning that I have to use the small ones. Get the hell out of here. So gotta go back here 1 second, and I have to use 72. The pitch cycle diameter is 72, and the other pitch cycle diameter is 24. So it's 72 and 24. 72 and 24. Go back again here. This one is 72, and this one is 24. And now if I measure this distance, better be, actually before doing that, let me be sure something here, that this is properly aligned, horizontal. That's good. Now fully defined, no problem. So let's go back here and figure out what is the distance between these two centers. Right, 48. That's perfect. We got that. I don't need that because that will over define this sketch. So looks good. Looks like we got this right. And what we need to do is bring our large gear here and the small gear here, and that will do. And let's say that this is perfect, and we got that. Now we start to insert a component, an existing part, and we look for it. This is not good. We're gonna browse and combine gear. Let's see, it has to be a part. We are not looking for anything. We're looking for a part. The first part is that gear. So gear 36. Actually, let's delete these. Clear selection. Let's start again because I'm gonna bring both. I need both. I need the combined gears, but a part, that one. But I also need heat control. I need this one. That is also a part. Open. Excellent. So there we go. And I need the other one, the small one. Actually, what is this? This is the combine. And let's see how they are. So let's make both float. I think that they are now floating. Good. And so let me see how this looks like. Perfect. Now this is a story. We're gonna put the first gear. The first gear is gonna be this one. This one will align with this. So, and what we're gonna do is let's align this with this, and that's perfect. And now let's align this with this, but that would be, oops, I missed the, let me do it, redo it again. Miss the window to get this right. That one, concentric, that would do. So I got the first one. Now the small one, I gotta turn this piece. I can, what I would do is, let's see, there we go. What I can do, let's see, this is working. Yep, perfect. You see, I got that perfect, no problem. What I will do now is the small one will get here. So what I'm gonna do is this surface will have to be with this ring, and there be like that. Now what I need to do is to align the centers, this center with this guy, and that's gonna be concentric. And what I need to fix, actually one thing that I need to fix is that this side will be with this one. So let me check here where I am. This concentric is okay, but the coincident, let me delete these so that I can fix that, because it need to be, this guy need to be with this guy, and there we go. And now I have the proper mesh. Yep, it looks super. So now let's bring this the way I want it, and that will do. There we go. Let's pick this, and now let's start to align this guy better. That will do perfect. That is perfect. I can check now, start to check for collision and things like that, and I don't see any collision. It looks good. Let's see. Let's go to assembly here, and let's go to move component, and let's see physical dynamics, and let's see if this start to work. Let's see if I turn this way, the other one turn the other around. If I turn this way, clockwise, I'm turning clockwise, the other turn. Everything looks perfect at this point. One thing that just to make this a lot better is to start to kind of tie up these two guys together on a ratio, because it looks good. Alright, so let me do that right now before I forget, and let's add that mate. So we're gonna add a new mate here that is gonna be, let's find out, let's go to gear, and now it's right there. So I got these. All right, and now let's pick this one. All right, so now let's start to change the gear ratio. The first one is 36, but the small one is 12. Oops, 12, and I think that's okay. Look good now. So let's say okay, and let's say okay for now, and let's get this smaller, and now there we go. Let's see, there's something weird here. Yeah, let's go back again, and let's fix this. Doesn't looks good. Something's not right. Reverse, get that out, because it's probably that's the problem. And yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, that was a problem. Let's say okay, and let's hit here, and let's figure it out whether this is turning the way it's supposed to. There we go. And now, yes, perfect. Perfect. No big deal. So one turn, when this turn this way, the other turn, you see this turn clockwise, the other turn anti-clockwise, and these two need to tie, they are tied together. So that looks good. So now I have a ratio here of 3 between this gear and this gear. So let's keep adding more gears, and let's see how this looks like. It's as simple as going back to my sketch and going back here and keep adding. So now the next thing is to add one of these, a big one. We need to do a couple things. Let's add a big circle here in the center here. That's gonna be um let's see how that looks like. Yeah, let's leave it there, and let's give the size. So that's big circle, that's 72, and we need small small one nearby. That means that I need another one here. Let's put it somewhere here, and that will do. And now let's go back to, let's say, dimension. Let's put that dimension, that's 24. But then this guy, let me put this the way I want it. I need this guy and this guy need to be tangent, and this guy and this guy need to be on the horizontal. Now it's fully defined. Good. Now the idea is this I got the gear. This gear is the compound gear that need to touch the small one. Behind this small one is going to be a large gear as well, because we're going to be using the compounded gear from now on for the multiplication. So if I go back now to this is good. There we go. What I need to do is bring another of this guy, and what I can do is, let's do control, press control. There we go. So what I need to do is, as I did before, align these two guys with these. So what I need to do first of all is align this guy, this surface, with this surface, and that is aligned. But then I need to align this guy with this guy, concentric, and now as you can see it's moving to the right, but it's doing the multiplication. So the first one doesn't have anything except it's a single gear, but then the rest of the gears will be kind of a compounded, so that they start to look perfect the way I want it. Now one thing that is, let's get this aligned again so that they don't mess too much. So now the thing here that you want to be is, let's see, that's that gear, combined gear, and the single one gear, the 36, and I have these two compounded. Now let me see something. Let me start to turn this guy on. All right, so let's align these. That will do. Now let's go back to mate, and here's the part that is important. Let's see if I get this right. I want to mate that guy. Actually, before that, mate mechanical gears, and here we go. The large guy, this guy, actually let's touch it this way because it's gonna get crazy. That guy with this guy, there we go. Now what I want, that's the large one. The large one again is 36, but the small one is 12, and that will do. So let's say okay, and let's get out of here, and let's figure it out if this is working. Now let's see if it's working on the right direction. Nope, the wrong. Oh no, I think it's the right direction. Yeah, this time it's okay. This is going counterclockwise, this is going clockwise, and therefore as this turn counterclockwise, this turn clockwise, and this turn counterclockwise. So I would say at this point, if I turn clockwise, then the third one turn clockwise. Don't look the large teeth because they tend to mess around your eyes. So look the small one here. And I have to do this very slowly because now I have every turn here will become about 339, a factor of 9. So 1 RPM will become 9 RPM here. So that's basically how this looks like. Let's keep adding to this. This is gonna be fun. So I got those. Let's keep adding. I go back again to my sketch, and now you can start to see how my sketch looks like. I'm gonna do again the large gear here somewhere so that I know what I'm doing, always as a reference, and then the small gear nearby. Put it anywhere, and then let's do the small one, and then let's give the sizing for those guys. So that will be there we go. That's 72. Remember that this size has come from that web page, because if you don't get this right, they will not match properly and it will look kind of weird. So 24th. There we go. Now this one, oops, the only thing that I need to do is ensure that this guy and this guy are tangent again, and that this guy and this guy are in the horizontal. Now it's back again fully defined, and we can come out of here, and let's say we accept that. So what I'm gonna do now is bring again a compound gear, and let's keep adding. So let's see, let's get this, that will do. And again, what I need to do is get this guy, this surface, and this surface align, and the next step is align this with this, and then me get this better. There we go. So I got a factor of 3, 3, 3. That's 27. Now let's open this so I get this better. All right. So now let's go back to mate. Go mechanical and gears, and now we're talking this guy with this guy. And we're gonna set the first one is always 36, but the second one is 12. So we said okay, and we said okay, and now let's see how this looks like. Now we're talking about 3.39 27. All right, so let's turn this very slowly. Let's see this work. Yeah, I think it's working in the right direction. Yeah, super. This is going so fast that's the problem. It has to be go very slowly because it seems like they are disconnected, but they are not. You see, this is coming down, this is coming down, and this is following this. But again, it's hard on the eyesight to watch what's going on. But then you can see how fast this is turning by very little touching this one. If I move this faster, then it's impossible to figure out what's going on because they are moving like crazy. Oh well, that's the main point. That's the idea. So my point here is to get this to about a factor of, let's see, 3 to the 4, That would be 9 by 9. That would be 81. So one turn here would be 81. That's the factor that I want to do on this design. And it's looking better. Let me do back again. Again, the issue here, just to make this life very easy, is to go back here on your sketch. Actually, let's do save. I haven't saved this. It's gonna be save. Let's say this is multiple gear. Multiple gears. I would say, and the factor that I'm looking is 81. Multiple gear, 81. The ratio. So let's say, and that's going to be on the assembly line. Now, let's go back again to sketch, and let's add the last one. On the last one will be pretty much the same. It's going to be a large cycle, so that I know where I'm gonna put my small one. Get the small one somewhere here, and this one could be a small one, but I'm gonna be using, when you start to making this part, you're gonna follow some standard on your design. So I expect to use this very often for many things. Maybe one thing that I might do is that they have to be thicker. So in that case, you will update the parts so that everything get updated properly. For when I need more torque, for what I'm planning to do now, I don't need that much torque. So things are good enough for me. They're gonna get the job done. So oops, let me get this out. Oops, and let me size these. So again, this is gonna be 72, and this is gonna be 24, and we're gonna get this guy and this guy tangent wise, and we're gonna align this guy and this guy horizontal. Let's see where we are. There we go, fully defined. Excellent. We are out. So what we need to do is, again, let me move this a little bit here, and now let's bring I put the large cycle and the small one, but you can use this. This is 48. I keep doing that just because of the hang of it, but you know that the distance is 48 millimeters. So as long as you keep adding the 48 millimeters, it should be okay. Let me do that. Let me add here. Let me hit control, double click just to ensure that I stay there, and then release the control, and you got the part. Again, let's do it again. One more. You want to align this surface. This is the issue. You want to align that surface. Hit control with this surface, release it, align, and now you want to align this guy and this guy that way. And now, as you can see, it's getting to the right as I keep going. This is 10 millimeters plus 10. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 millimeters. That's about 2 inches. That's basically more or less what you're looking at here, with a ratio of 81, I believe. This is 1 ratio, 2 ratio, 3 ratio, 4 ratio. Yeah, that's going to be 81. That's super. There we go. Now, with that 81, what I need to do is get this big, align that so I can see that this is look better, and let's see. I want to align that properly. There we go. Now that done, what I need to do is go to mate again, and mechanical gears, and let's pick the gears. It's gonna be this one, it's gonna be that one, and that's gonna be the first one. Is always 36, and the small one is gonna be 12, and we accept that. And we are out of here, and I think looks super. I have a very powerful system with a factor almost an RPM increase of 81. Let's see how this looks like. Actually, let's close this so I have more space. Let's turn this slowly. Let's see if it's turning in the right direction. That's the part. Yeah, I'm turning this clockwise. This is turning counterclockwise. This one is turning clockwise. The other one is turning counterclockwise. And the last one, can you tell what it is doing? It's moving so fast, really hard. Yeah, that. It's extremely hard to watch out what's going on. So let me do it like this. Actually, let me let me see if I can figure out this. We're gonna turn this guy. So that's a lot better. You see, this turning clockwise. I'm turning this clockwise. This is now turning counterclockwise. This is turning clockwise. This is turning counterclockwise, and the last one is not even moving at all, pretty much. But it's moving so slow. But now you can tell that this is really awesome. You can see what is really happening here. It looks great. And now you got the factor of 81. Excellent. So now let's see. What I could certainly do now is let's do let's see. Let's do a motion study. So let's do a new motion study, and we're gonna leave it an animation, and let's see how this works. Actually, let's give this guy enough for 16 seconds, and let's add a motor. The motor will rotate this guy, the fast one, clockwise. It's gonna be clockwise. The RPM is way too high here, so to see anything, let's give it a 20, and I think that will do. Let's see. Anything else? No. Let's hit it, run. Let's play. There we go. Very fast. Slower, slower, and now this is moving. Excellent. Excellent. That will do. That really will do. So the only thing that I will have to do now is when I do the 3D printing, do this for the proper shaft so that they work properly. So the shaft is going to be PLA as well, so I need to do the cutoff here so that the shaft will have the proper key to get inserted with the gear. And the nice thing is that they are not humongous, about 2 inches sort of in the, when you look this sideways like this, about 2 inches from here to here, then on 4, 5, 6 inches from bottom, from this to this, and that will do. That's perfect. Now the only thing that I need to do is the enclosure. I will do for the enclosure. Just do this as save it as parts. So, and then go back and launch your SolidWorks again, both for parts, just to get the axles and everything else together, and whatever you have to do for the axle to work. All right, this is more than enough. I really appreciate it. You stay with me this long, and keep working. Have fun. Bye.